team ban.
Well, howdy, folks. Welcome back. It's the Summit 3 presented by Gigabyte, and we are in America. Phase 2 qualifier action in a best-of-3 matchup between Team eHUG taking on Boreal. In our first game, it was eHUG looking pretty damn good. They got more across the map. Boreal tried to make something happen with their global strat, but it just wasn't enough.
The early game was just kind of a bit too rough for them, but it's good to see eHUG back. They were kind of dominating the NA scene as far as the Tier 2 scene went for like a month or two ago, but they struggled, and at least looking good here in Game 1. They didn't look too good yesterday, though.
Yeah, not really the original roster. These teams have quickly become almost the orphanage for a lot of these NA players, but hey, they're showing some potential here, and we'll see what they can get done. Game 2 now, match point. eHUG win this one. They move forward, and Boreal journey ends, but they want to take it to a Game 3 because that's what makes for the best Dota, right? So eHUG with their first pick. Look at this guy. We don't see him very often. The ugly little sniper, and on the side of Boreal, they're going to again go back for the Storm Spirit and now grab up the Troll Warlord. Troll and a sniper in a game. What a surprise.
Oh, man. It's not Dota 2 without these two, I guess.
Certainly not. Remember back in the day, I want to say, what was it? I feel like I was watching a match not that long ago, and people were just digging on Sniper. Like, how dare they pick a Sniper in this matchup? It just will not work whatsoever. And like teams like Leviathan were one of the few who ran with Troll and stuff like that. But it's just disgusting now. So there's not much to say more about him because we've seen time and time again what they can really bring to the Dota table. But Team eHUG are going to go back for the Crit IO. So we'll see if we're going to see a tiny Wisp this time. Didn't have a real natural candidate in the last game. This game, though, no ban on the Big Stone one yet.
They made it work with the LC, you got to say.
Yeah.
The lane dominance was there. The just relocates around with the Jewel was impressive, and just keeping heroes alive with those heals as well. So it was definitely a big pick. Boreal, though, the Troll, Storm, great synergy between these two. Storm benefits a lot from the extra attack speed, makes it a lot easier to get those overload charges off, which is a big source of your damage output. So having the battle trance with Storm is always nice. And we'll see them just ban the Juggernaut. I think not targeting like the obvious Wisp partners is probably a better way to kind of tackle some of these bans. What are going to be the big problems here? Last game, it was more like the Juggernaut. There's just too many heroes that you can partner with that Wisp potentially. Maybe you do ban the Tiny, but I think beyond Tiny, I don't think you can ban like an LC here or something.
I think eHUG should just go for the Morphling like we already saw earlier today. It's seems to be one of the answers for your Troll Warlord. I mean, it was yesterday where we saw Troll Warlord. He was put in check so hard, he didn't get to use his BKB until the game was just about over. Just every time he caught him off guard. But we'll see if it's something that some of these other teams have kind of been experimenting with, or particularly if Pandago will consider throwing it into their draft for now. But while you have an additional burst of attack speed on the side of Boreal, you could say just the same here from eHUG. So pretty standard stuff. Boreal, though, do need to consider building up some of their supports. eHUG know that. They strike by taking out the Lion and the Zeus, which already we saw can offer huge burst potential. So got to get rid of that. And now the LC will get banned. They have respect towards MJW, I suppose, and they rid of it. And they grab up the Earthshaker. Very good against the Wisp. So can't hate on that.
Against the Wisp, good at maybe protecting your Storm Spirit at mid. eHUG going for some of the same network, though they'll get the Scareth Mage to go with the Wisp as their secondary support. And I imagine we'll see a similar kind of dual lane setup. They'll get the Scareth +1 Get Infinities here for the safe lane, and the Wisp, some kind of a partner for him in the off lane. With the LC banned out, the big one that sticks out is the Bristleback. And you know, Earthshaker's not really a laning support. He's always roaming around, sitting behind like the mid lane, helping out the off lane, which means a Wisp Bristleback can probably... I mean, Troll's a good laner. That was a big problem.
Bristle was banned, though, no.
Oh, Bristle's been banned.
Yeah,
Okay,
Bristle
no, you're
has
right.
been banned. Boreal, they were onto that,
All
but I
right,
agree with you. I mean, what it says is that there won't be two supports zoning back the off laner.
Yes.
This Earthshaker has got business to do towards the mid lane to help him out, and you know they got to make sure that they get a secondary support that can really keep that off laner in check. Right now, they grab up a Spirit Breaker here, very good against the Wisp. Yeah. Very good at being able to control the map and just kind of keep up a high tempo into the game, and it looks like it will be an off-lane Spirit Breaker, unless they're going with Earthshaker and a 4-position Spirit Breaker, but I think that would be disaster in the laning phase, so more than likely an off-lane setup.
Wouldn't stand a chance, I think, against the Wisp Skyreth support duo, so eHUG see what they have in mind, so no Bristle, no Legion, not sure what they'll partner with the Wisp, but... Troll a much better laner than the Spectre, which is one of the big weaknesses last game Boreal had. It wasn't just the fact they had like a Wisp plus Legion lane. It's like a Spectre had nothing he could do in that lane. You needed that better laning carry.
Oh my goodness.
Morphling, I think.
That's the Morphling I just called out. And it could be an off-lane Morphling again.
Either. And
it's good against Spirit Breaker. He charges forward. Shut the hell up. Have an adaptive strike. Back. Get the hell out of here. Okay. I think it's going to be an offlane Morphling, and then they could still get Corey a Tiny here at the end. Which, could you imagine a 4.25 second stun, and you have a freaking Tiny womping on your ass with a Agnums?
That's like an easy relocate in too. That stun duration means you don't even have to time it right. You can just wait a second after the stun, and you're still getting there in time to combo him down.
Yep.
So
here we go. I think also the best thing also is if it is an offlane Morphling is, as we already pointed out, he's not going to be really contested in the lane. That means easy levels and probably some free CS. And I went into this a lot in the last series, so I'm not going to do it again this time, GoDz. All you need is Tranquil Soul Ring, and you are ready to play. So that becomes very easy here if you don't have a lot really forcing you back. So we'll see if Boreal's going to have the answer. Now that they know this bit of information, and they do need another support here, a good grab could be the Abaddon. If it is indeed going to be a strength Morphling, Abaddon's good to be able to rid of the stun with the shield. Rubik could be okay as well, I suppose, but we'll have to see.
I like the idea of the Abaddon. It does not give them good zoning potential, so the laning stage may struggle, and I think that's where they'll look at last game and be like, we got owned in the laning stage. That's a big problem, so it may deter them from the Abaddon, but teamfight-wise, Abaddon's going to be good. They go for a more kind of solid laning support, though, and also one that counters the Morph strength as well as the IO heals, so the Ice Blast is going to be very effective this game.
So the last pick from eHUG is the Infinity Puck, and MJW's already on that Morphling, so we got another strength Morphling on our hands as well. So
the Puck pick, though, puts Sniper maybe into the safe lane, or
it looks like Corey's going to be taking it on himself.
Even like a safe lane Puck? I'm wondering what they have in mind.
Interesting. Or dual lanes, it looks like, which is a bit peculiar. I don't know if Crit's going to be hanging out with MJW this whole time. He just needs to get XP, and Morphling should be able to survive on his own. The worst person there to zone him back is an Ancient Apparition, and I don't think that's enough to really stop Morphling from getting what he wants. But we'll have to see. This is game number 2 now underway here in a best-of-3 matchup between Boreal and eHUG. It's elimination series. If Boreal lose this one, they are done in the Summit 3, and eHUG move on. But they want to try to even things up and take it to a game 3. So I'll lead out introductions here. Radiant side, we got Willies in your top lane right now playing your off-lane Spirit Breaker. Along the mid, we got 747, and shout-outs to Susie here. He's going to be playing your Storm Spirit. We got Juan, who's going to be playing your Ancient Apparition. Dewey on the support Earthshaker, and along the bottom, we got Tiburon, who's going to be playing your Troll Warlord.
Well, for the Dire side, they're up 1-0, despite what our little ticker at the top says.
Yep, come on, Rob. Get on the admin duties here. That's not the right side.
Team eHUG. Crit going to be playing the Wisp once again. We've got Saro, or Corey as he's more well known, on the Sniper. Pandago going to be playing your Skyreth Mage. We've got Infinity on the Puck, and that leaves your Morphling for MJW.
Shrapnel at level 1 is deadly, so they do have to be cautious about that, but they do get a very nice Fisher out here, and that will secure the top rune at least for 747. Bottom rune goes to Boreal. Now they're the ones with the double runes. GoDz, last game eHUG won when they both got the runes, so this, I'm thinking we're game 3. Game 3 now, for sure.
Right away, yep, we're going there. It's happening.
Okay, well, as the lanes do settle, Crit is going to be at least starting out side by side with your sniper in the mid lane, so a bit out of the norm here. He might just kind of linger around a bit until he can at least get the bottle, but then go off and maybe farm up in the jungle a bit, or at least make some stacks in the jungle on the side. And 747 doesn't really like this kind of a dual lane, so he'll try his best to kind of pinch and poke in there. Willie's, he's getting zoned back now from Pandago as a Skywrath mage. He's one of the best little bodyguards in this lane you can ask for, so it's going to be trouble for your Spirit Breaker. And GoDz for the bottom lane. It's expected that Morphling is going to get bullied back a bit, but it's not too much trouble. Just got to try to get close enough for some XP early on, really.
Yeah, and he's blocked off the double pull, so they can kind of go just for the single pull here. The lane should push out a bit in his favor, so yeah, XP should come his way. But the Wisp is going to be exclusively stacking, I feel. I don't think he wants... He may come mid lane every now and then to heal the Sniper up, but Sniper's like, we can't really kill a Storm with just us two unless I get levels on Shrapnel. So Sniper wants the solo XP this game.
So it's going to be what looks like a rough time here for Boreal in this offlane get-up. And mid lane, it could be a pickle in itself here. As you can already see, they're definitely making sure they can force back 747. They're not going to get an advantage as far as XP, but Storm Spirit really wants to try to get some early CS in here. And it's not used to getting bullied back this hard, so it's a nice little early advantage here for eHUG. I'm not expecting, though, from either team really for things to get too aggressive here. Spirit Breaker, even though he's getting zoned back so hard, is going to make an attempt to go for the 2-minute rune. Maybe at the 4-minute mark when the first Nightfall comes down, GoDz, we might see Spirit Breaker look to make something happen towards the mid lane, but until then, it's not going to be easy. In fact, Pandago's like, get the hell away from my rune. Yeah. And he's going to preserve this DD, what looks like, for Crit.
I think he could have gone for that there. Crit was actually far off because he wants to stack, and that's where Wisp is always going to be told, like, okay, I want to stack, but I also want to get the rune, so he's not there as it spawns because he's stacking the big camps. And if Willer's kind of figured that one out, he could have maybe gone for that rune. But he's still yet to get a point of XP on this Spirit Breaker. Eesh. Great play from Pandago as far as zoning goes, and that's just the nature of this Skywrath mage.
You compare
Such
to
a bully.
the other offlane and how much they've zoned back MJW, he's at least been able to make it to level 2. Only 1 CS, but that's fine for your Morphling. And you know what? Boreal are doing their best right now to try to keep that Cryptolivium back and away from his tower, and it looks like Willie's needed to do a bit of a charge out here from some early aggression in the lane.
Good kind of pressuring out the lane, keep him level 1, and doesn't really cost so much. Infinity 1 orb, like, he's full mana anyway, so he's still seeing him pretty healthy as far as his mana pool goes. Skywrath had to use a bit more, but has the double clarity, which he'll use 1 of, so MJW getting a lot more out of his offlane as he's about to hit level 3.
Look at these stacks in the jungle already for eHUG.
Oh, yeah.
They get that small stack up to what looks like 3 or 4 already, and now they're making it go into 747 here. He's at level 4. He's actually going to be going down. Shrapnel pops out, and they're actually playing this like a Wisp Tiny in the way that, they kind of tantalize a bit a Sniper who doesn't seem so threatening, and then out of the dark comes like a flying in Wisp, and they just kind of turn it up a bit and just go right onto him. Yep. And they get the kill on the Storm Spirit, so now that lane looking pretty strong here for eHUG.
Yeah, Corey just gets healed back up to full, doesn't even have to use his Tangos this game. This is just no problem at all for him as far as dominating this lane goes, so Storm going to be not having much fun here. Actually falling back to the jungle to some extent. This is just rough times for him.
You compare that to the bottom lane, they try to get some damage onto MJW. He's forced to use the salve, but he didn't even need to use the waveform to get away. Always has that just in case an emergency, but he doesn't need it. Walks off, 4-minute rune to pop up, and he will be able to grab it. Sweet, bounty rune. Takes it back to the lane. He's almost level 4 now, and he's just trying to still string together maybe little bits of gold to get this Tranquils underway. But he doesn't care about getting bullied. It's not a problem. He's just here to do his job, and then he can really be a problem later on. Sniper could just really take advantage of someone who's going to be knocked out for those 4 seconds. So.
Sniper just doing a great job, keeping the creep wave on his hill. Storm does not want to come back to this lane. Storm is just too scared, trying to get level 6 in the jungle. 747, and that is just a kind of a sign of how things are right now. Dewey at least has the high ground ward. He's just leeching XP in this mid lane, but if they get any vision of him, they're going to look to poke forward and try and pressure him out.
I mean, it almost looks like, technically eHUG have definitely won the top and middle lane. Bottom is not necessarily too bad for them either, as they haven't lost Morphling or really handed over any unnecessary gold. It's expected that the Troll's going to be able to do as he pleases here in the laning setup, but as far as CS, he's still 3rd on that front. And without any kills, it's not like he's been able to really push himself ahead. Does have his phase boots, has a Bassi on hand. I just do fear for this troll later on. Once that adaptive stun starts coming online, he can get caught out very easily, and it's not like you could just get a BKB to help you.
Yeah. We'll see a safe lane puck, which is an odd choice here, but Infinity with free farm, it's going to probably look for a fast blink dagger and then start moving around the map. Once he hits level 6 as well, may even look to rotate before he hits that blink dagger timing. So a lot of gank and mid-game potential coming out from a puck. The Morphling is going to have the adaptive strike build, and Morphling actually swinging towards this mid lane.
Oh, there's Crit. He has a haste rune. He's tempted to come in from behind, but they do pull back. Good charge, though, onto Corey here, but there's help nearby. There's your early adaptive, not a big strength one, so it doesn't really hit that hard. MJW, I don't know why he's looking to get involved in this mid lane. He's going to go down, and, well, it looks like Boreal are going to be able to get themselves a kill. They commit 4 in this mid lane for it while leaving their troll bottom. Oops.
Assassinate.
Got him! Good little grab right there for Corey. Makes it a 1-for-1 trade, so it does end up working out for the better of eHUG. But a bit of a finicky start right there. I don't think MJW really needed to get involved. I mean, until you get that adaptive strike, you really should just be hanging out bottom lane. Because outside of that, you can't offer a whole lot.
Yeah, it was just the level 2, so it's about a 2-second stun there, not really cutting in. They did get that ward vision behind the tower. I think they weren't expecting so many heroes to rotate in. The Spirit Breaker came, the Earthshaker, the AA. Suddenly Boreal had 4 mid, and they're like, oh, wait, this is more than we bargained for. Let's get out. And 747, the other big thing was 747 hit level 6 off of a creep right as they went in to kill him. They didn't think he had the ball lightning, so they couldn't actually get the kill on the Storm Spirit.
Worked out pretty well for him. Now he conveniently is able to grab up an Invis rune, nice and bottled here. Looks like his soul ring is just about complete, just needs the recipe here. But he'll be A-okay as they continue to farm it on up. Have yet to do these stacks, though, on the side of eHUG. I anticipate this is just for Corey to do at some point, being able to keep him alive. He'll just probably use some shrapnels and put himself in a position where he can quickly shoot them on down. I don't think anyone else can really do it.
The puck could with levels, just
That's
with the
true.
nukes, but either or, it may even just be like a 2-3 hero job. It doesn't have to be like one hero only taking it at this point.
I mean, does he need it, though? He's actually got already 1,400 gold towards a blink dagger. Coil already online. I mean, Infinity's going to be able to really set things up pretty nicely here. But here we go. 747 using that invis here. Would love to be able to take down this sniper. But Crit's still there. Crit sees the action. He tethers him up. And now they look to turn back. There's a nice silence. Suddenly a wild Pandago appears and says, not happening. Gets a nice silence off. 747 goes down, and it's going to be a good counter initiation there from eHUG in the mid lane.
I don't know if they saw him pick up the invis room, but that was, I think they must have known he had it from just when he was farming the creep wave. He picked it up, came back mid, so that was just really nice bait coming out from eHUG there with the Skywrath in the fog at nighttime as well, so you can't really scout him out that far back. Now, if it's daytime, that doesn't work, but just good positioning from Pandago. He's played really well this game as far as zoning out Spirit Breaker and now making his move towards mid. Looks like he'll take the mid lane to work on his level 6, while the sniper will farm the stacks, as you may mention.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. So with the help of the spirits and the overcharge, this should be no trouble at all. And they will share some glorious gold and XP amongst each other, just like a fun little family here. So this takes your sniper up to a whole new level, and Boreal will have no idea until he shows his ugly face once more. MJW back on this bottom lane. I can imagine him as a player. He's a very proactive kind of a player. He likes to dominate this setup in the lane. Maybe, you know, as a Morphling, you have to be pretty passive, and you just have to wait and expect that you're probably not going to be useful until that 6-minute mark plus when you're able to finally get level 5 or further. And maybe he got anxious to make the fight happen in the mid lane previously. But here he is back on the bottom, is able to finish out the Tranquils, a necessity here for this kind of a build because you certainly need that armor. But he'll just kind of dance about and wait a bit. At least now his adaptive strike is pretty useful. He's got 1k life, so he's hard to take down. And he'll just kind of head back and just wait it on out. So Troll is the one who's getting the most here for Boreal, though. While they continue to make fisticuffs happen on both top and mid lane, he continues to just bulldoze forward with farm. And he has his Helm of the Dominator now complete, but Sniper is still over 1k ahead, almost 2k, it feels like.
Top lane, there's a puck with a blink dagger. They may go in for this kill with a concussive shot. No, too far away. Rush things a bit there, but
yeah.
Do reveal the blink dagger, but at this point, it's like it's a safe lane free farming puck. I don't think it's like a big surprise or something you were like, oh, we've got to keep this hidden. The big surprise is going to come if Infinity like TPs to another lane and gets a surprise gank off now.
Yeah. Okay, Corey gets hit with the stun, but Crit's always going to be there at the
TP
ready.
bottom from puck.
Okay, they won
Should
something.
be a
Boom!
free kill.
Got him. Easy setup. Orb forward. Relocate even comes. I don't even think that's necessary. AA on the run. He goes down. little catch right there from Crit with the spirits, and he's going to be able to head right back towards mid lane. And they think with Crit gone, they can make a jump onto Corey, and they're right. They get a pull, but Crit returns, gets the grab, heals him up, and now they got to get the hell back. And Spirit Breaker will have to cancel his charge. So I can see where Boreal are coming from. They think that that's their chance to make a play, as there was attention on bottom, but the timing just was not there.
I think if eHUG had actually brought the puck back with that relocate, because the Wisp, sure, he relocated bottom by himself, but he could have brought a hero back. If he brings the puck with a silence, that Storm dies.
They're going to kill bottom again, though. All he has to do is get the adaptive, and now there's Infinity jumping in. Doesn't even need the coil. Could use it for this guy coming in. Does he want to? It's Willie's. He's charging. Here comes Troll. Okay, nice little sidestep. There's the coil.
Has an orb again.
Okay, he's going to try to make him work for it. Oh, the fissure, though, does come in nicely from the north. Gets himself into the trees. Where the hell did he go? Oh, he's way up and above over here.
Nice blink north.
Oh, my God. Space, if you will. A 747 even trying to find him. Not happening. They have pretty much all Boreal at some point in this bottom lane just for that.
That was sick plays for Infinity. He's got his blink, and then he moves around the map, says, Pandego, man, you get your level 6 top. I'm going to go have some fun. And well, it's working out well. Sniper the entire time has been free farming mid lane, a full 1,700 net worth ahead of your Troll Warlord. Corey is looking really good here.
Okay, this is what Boreal can do to get themselves back into the game. Okay. It's no surprise, this is what you see with your Troll in the wild. Once he gets that leech and that bits of damage, he can easily go into Roshan and get the party started.
Well, that battle trance, though.
Does anyone spot it out?
See if it's a giveaway. This is a very early timing. You would not expect Roche to be attempted this early on. Despite it being possible, it's just such a risky play. But yeah, they've got vision all around, and Boreal will get an uncontested Roche.
I don't even think eHUG are going to be too faltered once they see this go down. I don't think the Aegis is nearly enough to help out Boreal in this kind of a game. But it's something. Top lane, they're going to make a long jump onto Pandego here, but there's Infinity. Nice silence as he does step in. Willie's, though, okay. Sidestep relocate for Crit as he brings in Corey. Now they look to turn back. They take down Storm Spirit. Willie's could be next, will be next. Assassinate, boom. See you later. Corey's got that bullet with your name on it. Takes him down. Crit's going to leave Corey here as he can push down this tier 1 tower. No problemo. 1-7 dominance coming out from eHUG here. They want to close out this series 2-0.
Yeah, just good play all around. Pandego going for the max Ancient Seal build over the damage of the Arcane Bolt, and against Storm Spirit, especially when you're just playing this sit behind, protect a teammate kind of play, it's worked out wonders here. Got multiple kills on 747. He's 1-3. Storm 747's best hero, and he did great last game, but
they're going to go for Troll. He's going to stun him right now. He's going to wait a bit until the team comes. Okay, that's 1,002, 1,003, 1,004, 1,005, 1,000. There's the silence and everything else. And AA Blast.
There's another stun with a Mystic Flare here.
Yep, watch. He comes back. It's, hey, welcome back. Boop. Oh, God. Mystic Flare. Yeah, see you later. And that Morphling quickly becoming the answer for these Trolls pickups. Willie's is like, I got to get the hell out of here. Charges on back home, but not so lucky as Dewey. He gets welcomed with the same stun, and that's just a...
That was a bit ambitious. He's like, I got this. 4-hero Echo Slam. Boom. What's next?
Oh, my God. There is just not much they can do here. And now eHUG take their dominance towards the bottom lane and will clear out this tier 1 tower. And for Boreal, they need to think of what the hell plan B is going to be. That was their Aegis. That was their big comeback into the game. And now it's suddenly gone. AA Blast does fly out. Hits Corey. Charges on him, but... Charge can come in. MJW just turns and shoves him back and away here if you like. Uh-oh. No, they don't see him. Willis keeps going. And they take Pandego.
They need that
Corey in a bit of trouble. Wisp relocates in. 747 makes a committed jump. They could get him. He's healing him up. Not enough. Double kill for 747.
Crit get the return kills.
Yeah, he gets it down. Can he fish him off? Oh, he got it. What a player. Crit. Double kill as he takes out the Storm Spirit. Says, see you later. Free bounty rune. And he heads back to mid. 3-4-3. At the end of it.
At least signs of life from Boreal. That was, they only had 1 kill before that, so that was as good as it gets for them.
Yeah.
But very close to saving the sniper there was Crit. He's now going to... Is he actually going for this kill? He's got the max spirits. He's got an urn.
Oh, that's not what you want to do, though. He just... Eat that snowball. What are you thinking, huh? Give me that bounty. He'll have an easy Midas with it. Got it. Nice grab right there. From your Ancient Apparition, that secures his Midas. And that's the thing, man. He's going to have a pretty big Ice Blast coming in, and any sort of hefty regen you're trying to get out from your Wisp is quickly thwarted. It's even good against Morphling with his Morph, but I don't think that's too necessary here. And just like Mike, he is not going all in with the strength, and he's actually even leveling up the morph here. So, interesting. Everyone has their own little flavor, I guess.
No replicate points just yet. Yeah, not got the max waveform. That's pretty cost-effective damage, but we'll see him look around for a kill in the jungle here. Not find anyone right away, but as soon as they do, that Mystic Flare going to be doing some serious work here with the maxed out Ancient Seal as well.
That replicate, though, is going to be pretty useful this game. Imagine putting it on your sniper, and that's a free and easy split push. You just send that sniper off to a different lane, and it's going to be easy side objectives there. And speaking of objectives, they're able to clear out the tier 1 bottom, and they might look for a defense here. Boom! They get 747, but there's no follow-up. I mean, just look at him. He's just like stuck. Just ridiculous. He'll have it again here in 3 seconds.
As soon as he gets stunned, he's just crossing his fingers that there's not a relocate in about to kill him.
I mean, just what's that say about the mind games now with your Morphling pickup? Just any adaptive strike, you're like, okay, I hope there's no follow-up here. Shot onto AA, brings him pretty damn low here. Crit was very ambitious. He could relocate and try to get him with the spirits, but that's not happening. But up and above, they make a go onto Dewey, and they get the kill there. Helps out with the adaptive strike and the Mystic Flare follow-up. And now, 747 here. He's in Viz. Charge flies out. They want Corey. Can they get him? Tries to slow him down preemptively with... They got to be careful, though, of this adaptive strike, which does catch Willies on the way in. Meanwhile, 747 pulls out Crit. Crit's able to TP away from this, but here comes trouble in the form of Infinity. Oh, the coil! Not going to be able to catch. Is he able to ball lightning at the same moment up to the high ground to get away?
Nice defensive play. Storm dodged the Waning Rift and the Dream Coil in the end, but I mean, if you're Infinity there, you're like, look, I'll just go for this, and if it hits, it's a Dead Storm. And, well, Dead Storm is looking pretty nice for him. Zwan, oh my gosh, that damage. Ancient Seal Assassinate. Hello.
Dead Zone. MJW got his Void Stone. He's going to go right for the Yules, but they will get this tier 1 tower also in the mid lane. So 14-5 already here in our second matchup in this best of 3. eHUG off to a nice start, pushing past the 5K net worth lead, 3K as far as XP goes. And overall just kind of controlling the whole tempo of this.
Yeah, Corey looking so good now. He's picked up a Sanjin Yasha to go with his Mask of Madness Treads. At this point, he's probably like, he's thinking, I do enough damage. If I just tank up a bit more, I'll be somewhat unkillable. And the Sanjin Yasha gives him some HP, gives him damage through the maim, and the mobility from the item. So just a good all-around pickup here. As we'll see eHUG probably just keep on looking to gank and get aggressive with the Morphling and the Puck, and then you've just got the relocate follow-up from Wisp if needed.
Troll Warlord now got his Yasha complete. Could just be going right towards your quote pub build of your Helm of the Dominator S and Y. And so just farm up with the rest of what's left of these little ancients. Plus Crit picks up a Blink Dagger now on your Wisp. You got to keep in mind. Wait, I thought I saw him buy up the Blink. Maybe he sold it and wanted to go for the Mules instead.
Like maybe changed his mind.
Maybe someone gave him the memo like, hey, that Blink Tether abuse doesn't work anymore, buddy. They patched that. So Yule seems to be a much easier fit for him. Definitely helps out, you know, in case the Orchid does come together from your Storm Spirit, or if you just want to stop him from kind of really going off the rails. Looks like for now, though, 747 is going to go for a Bloodstone.
And a good counter is also for the Spirit Breaker charge. If your Wisp getting charged, it's like, what do I do? Tether away? Oh, he's still chasing me. And then you can just throw him up in the air, so... Works nicely there. You can't always rely on your teammates, like having a Morphling there for the stun. Morphling maybe initiates on someone else, and suddenly the stun's on cooldown.
Oh, they might scout out 747 in the woods here. Okay, jump in, silence, and coil. Uh-oh, Storm Spirit, see you later. He gets taken apart. Infinity gets that kill with relative ease, it looks like. And they just go right back to farming as if that was just a freebie.
JW still smoked up. If they find someone, there will be a relocate probably following this. Deep in the enemy woods here. Nice observer ward to have as well from Pandago. This is going to allow a lot of aggressive potential. And possibly a Courier Snipe, because that Courier is heading directly for the Secret Shop.
They are very defensive here, those Boreal. Know that a lot of them are missing. Ooh, get that donkey. Get it. MJW wants it. They're waiting for it to come back. It's going to hide up behind the tower for now. Hasn't purchased anything yet.
The Storm, you sent it there. I'm not sure. I guess he's trying to just get his next component, like his VIP booster or energy booster. Yeah. Maybe you throw an orb and scout it out.
Well, this is attention.
They know
elsewhere.
it's up here.
Yeah, they don't want to be having to deal with this right now because pressure is towards this mid lane. And you don't want to be juggling a courier while trying to fight.
At the same time, it's like, look, if we're trying to push this tier 2 tower, we kind of have 1 or 2 heroes off up to shenanigans trying to follow a courier around. So there we go. Energy booster picked up, and courier will get back safely.
eHUG don't find anything there, so good patience from Boreal. and they will not be caught out. They have to have the idea that there might be a ward up there now and maybe look to kind of go and de-ward it here. As you can see, Spirit Breaker, Ogre Club in hand, trying to get that BKB. That way you can freely charge on forward without having to worry about any sort of Yules or Adaptive Strike from stopping them. But we'll see here is just constantly Boreal looking to play things extra safe, trying their best to keep a ward or so out there. But if eHUG want to, and it's something I think they should do, is get a gem together and give it to MJW. And then they can just kind of control the whole map.
I think that's the next step, because there's pretty good Radiant Vision around the mid lane in their own jungle. They've got good protective wards right now, so I think getting a gem on the dire side will help them a lot. Yeah, you can see you've got good offensive wards. You can see Boreal right now near the top lane on that cliff ward, but you're not... If you move towards them, you're getting scattered out and not finding too much.
eHUG just really ready for a fight right here. I mean, Roche is going to be back up in just a moment's notice, so if they can leave this off with a good team fight and maybe a pick-off or two, secures an easy Roche, and then they can look to break down tier 2s.
Radiant pings directly on top of where eHUG are, so they've put 2 and 2 together and figured out where the aggression's coming from.
Ah, see ya with my Ice Vortex, huh? Foiled! As eHUG are just going to have to walk away from this, but they're not too upset about it. There's going to be the replicate used. Now they have 2 snipers that can pelt down this mid lane tier 2. Boreal are going to be eventually forced to have to do something as eHUG continue to pressure this mid lane. They're trying to split push 747, working with this top lane for now, but it doesn't appear that they're really going to have an answer yet to stop eHUG from doing what they want here. Good Ice Blast will connect onto Corey as he just quickly retreats back. And yeah, they lose their tier 2 and they just continue to just try to farm on the side. Troll working with the bottom, Storm there at the top. No more mana for him though. He better find a way to get out because Infinity is trying to catch him here. Oh, he's going to miss him.
Yeah, wrong way. They see the courier though again, I think.
Ah, get it this time.
We get it now. All up
No,
soon.
no, courier! Waveform, buddy, get in there. Oh, not happening. This donkey is getting away. Very thankful for Boreal though. They are like, woo, that was close. I needed that. That is my bloodstone.
Now, Roshan is back up, and I do not see Boreal likely to manage to sneak by. They're trying to do it. Tiburon is smoked up, headed towards the pit. But if you're eHUG, you're not so much scouting out this Roche thing, but you just want to take Roche yourself. I feel like...
Oh, a DD too.
Oh, this...
Oh, and there's already shrapnel in there. Ooh, they have to wait, but now it's
got
popped. MJW sees it. Stuns Dewey, and they look to focus Tiburon, but he grabs up the DD rune and looks to put it to use. MJW eats a lot of damage. Good Ice Blast does connect, but Troll will go down. Big damage from your sniper. And oh, God, yeah, he is done for. Storm Spirit next. Triple kill for Corey. Willie's going to be going down thereafter. Ultra kill for Sniper. And it's a disaster for Boreal, and it could be an easy Roche for eHUG. This second game might not last very long.
One of those just kind of insane plays, but you look at like the big picture of things like, we're going to kind of stomp here. We got to go for something a bit stupid. Let's just go for a 2-hero smoke into Roshan, even though we know eHUG are likely trying to get Roche themselves. If we get there first and they're off farming Ancients, farming the jungle, pushing out top, maybe we get it, but not the case.
My, oh my. Pressure on Boreal to have an answer. Because eHUG are just getting so much. Ice Blast flies out. Will nip MJW there on the back, it looks like. But obviously not going to really matter a whole lot. eHUG now with this Aegis in hand. They control the tempo and they can easily break down what's left of these tier 2s. One top lane, one bottom. And really, I don't know what's there to stop them from moving on forward into high ground at this point.
Yeah, they bought the gem you kind of talked about here. Get that map control. Pandago going to be able to de-ward a lot of the map now, though. There's a Radiant Ward deep in the kind of dire jungle, which he may not find right away, although actually he's headed that direction.
Yeah, oh, look at this. 350 gold nearby. MJW. I see it. Oh, got it. Ward hype. Boom. Bang. Gah. 350 gold.
Gem has already paid off.
Yeah. Well worth it here as they'll just continue to farm up. But Boreal, maybe they are going to be reaching at this point. I mean, eHUG could anticipate that they're going to be stuck in a very defensive position and not looking to go out like this. So eHUG could be caught by surprise if they think they have an easy engagement here.
Oh, got some more ward hype, man.
Yes. Oh, no, he changes attention, tries to dive on forward, and well, that's part of the reason why maybe you want a Blink Dagger so you can even get in there that much closer. But charge flies out, catches Pandago. And eHUG are not going to be able to get a hold of Boreal here.
They've kind of lacking the numbers here. They've got 2 heroes at bottom lane. It's a Wisp though, so they can relocate up there, but seems they decide not to engage.
Yeah. Corey does eat a nice blast, but they step back and away. Troll does get a deny on that bottom tier 2 tower. But yeah, as you pointed out, eHUG are just going to be able to find their own bit of split farm, and if the fight does break out, it could just be an easy relocate here. Crit is just going to hang out with Corey, probably from here on out, just for that reason alone. So he'll continue to pressure and farm the bottom
If you're
lane.
Boreal, you're always going to try gank the Wisp and where he is, because he's going to be like off with one hero while the other 3 are trying to find a fight. But if you find a fight with the other 3 heroes, the Wisp relocates in. If you find the Wisp, well, he hasn't got teammates who can quickly get there and back him up. I guess the problem is you've got to go through an Aegis sniper, which is a pretty big problem right now, considering Corey's farm with an MKB now on top of the Mask of Madness Sanjin Yasha.
And they're 2.5k with that as well. It's a grossly farmed sniper at this point with 16k of net worth. Next closest your Puck, and then finally your Troll at over 6k behind the sniper. That is a bit ridiculous at this point. Tiburon is like, okay, I guess I need to get a BKB. He goes for the Ogre Club, but as pointed out, that's not going to stop an instantaneous adaptive strike. You better be premeditated with your BKB popping.
And how much is that going to help you against a sniper right clicking?
Yeah. No, can't quite get in the range there. I'm telling you, that's why you got to get a Blink Dagger on these morphs. But whatever, he moves forward. Has the Yules on hand, though, which is still a great tool to have. But it's eHUG still kind of controlling the map for the most part. But smoked up here. Maybe they can get a quick jump onto Corey. Ice Blast has set it up. Okay. This is going to be a quick and easy grab, but that's just the Aegis. Relocate. Oh. Not in time to save him. And now the second life. MJW moves in, gets the adaptive onto the Troll. And now Troll and 2 caught in the coil. There goes the shrapnel. He is still eating lots of damage. Good fissure does slow them down, but they turn their attention towards their Spirit Breaker, and they get the kill there instead. So it's an Aegis for a Spirit Breaker here. eHUG take this opportunity to maybe get some pokes here on the bottom tier 3 tower.
Yeah, no more Aegis. They'll have to be a little bit careful. Storm ready to maybe go for some Ball Lightning TP play, or may even just look to engage off of this. They're going to buy back and charge the Sniper. Here we go. They could look to fight this one, but seems they're going to decide to just kind of control the high ground and not go chasing.
eHUG playing it safe, which is understandable. It's a big game. You already have so much of a lead. You don't want to be throwing anything away. 20-6, and with a over 10k net worth lead. Thought it would be bigger than that, so I guess props to Boreal to still be able to find some good side farm, while eHUG kind of have them up in arms. But they'll just continue to kind of pressure and do as they please here. Looks like Infinity's going to address the top lane and push that back a bit, but you could just see by the body language here from Boreal, they have to play a lot more hesitant, a lot more defensive. They don't want to have a sudden waveform adaptive strike set up with a sweet and easy kill.
Yep. Yeah, looking to control their sentiment. Farm up the Ancient Persian Aghanim Scepter, the Troll's BKB, and even someone like an Earthshaker Blink Dagger could help them out a lot in these upcoming engagements, but for eHUG, they're just getting much bigger, scary items. With BKB complete on Sniper, and
boop. Mystic Flare, waveform, and that is a dead Storm Spirit. They do get Pandago on the return, but it's a trade that eHUG are happy to take.
Yep.
I mean, that is... I mean, you thought Skywrath Mage and Faceless Void were good, Skywrath Mage and LC are good. Adaptive Strike makes for probably one of the easiest Mystic Flares you could ever ask for.
That's a Storm with a Bloodstone. He's still got 1400 HP there. It's
yeah,
fairly tanky. He has his Ogre Club now, so it boosts up a little bit, but just start chomping away at those Bloodstone charges. Down to 6. Sure, if 747 respawns quickly, but you'd rather have a long respawn and still have your Bloodstone charges as a Storm Spirit at this point.
Yes.
You're not thinking, like, yeah, I got to get back fast so we can hold our towers. You're thinking, well, we're playing for the late game. I want Bloodstone charges.
Looks like Boreal want to try to defend this last remaining outer tower here in the top. And eHUG will not pursue in trying to take it down. I mean, if eHUG want, they control the game enough that they could just wait out for the next Aegis to pop up. Yeah. They want to take it that safe. I mean, they have, let's be frank, Boreal by the balls at this point.
Oh,
and
yeah.
keeping them nerfed and inside the baseline. These supports are not going to be getting a whole lot more. I mean, thankful for your AA. He does have the Midas. He's actually getting pretty close to finishing out the Aghanim Scepter here, which is certainly great to have, but then you see an item pickup like that. Infinity's got a Sheep Stick.
With the sheep stick, with the sniper BKB, they are tightening that grip. It's vice-like, and we're seeing a smoke now from eHUG. They're looking to go for that killing blow fairly soon, it seems. Just going to catch out an Ancient Apparition.
Okay, whoops. Whoops. Not that way.
Him or something?
Oh, now they got him. Bam!
That'll work.
That pig is not going anywhere. He goes down. Free ward as well. Ward hype right there for MJW. And just a casual self-fuels orb across the river. You could just see that eHUG feeling pretty confident here about this game. Well in ahead right now. And it's just a matter of being able to kind of seal the deal here. You can see Troll just kind of running around. Not too cautious, being able to move out and find the rest of the farm. Has to also hold a bit of his income just for a buyback. Just in case. But it's... I don't know. I don't know here for Boreal.
It's looking ugly for him. That's the thing. They've got no real way to contest the next Roshan, which is going to be Aegis and Cheese on the eHUG side. Probably don't see eHUG taking a lane of racks before the next Roshan. They're just showing by their play they want to play things safe because this is a big match. This is elimination on the line.
Yes.
They're close to that 2-0, and being such a big prize pool here at the Summit 3 and that second America slot so open for the taking.
There's no chance.
That Earthshake was getting closer and closer to that blink, but
not happening.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
It is elimination match. People who are just coming by, as we pointed out earlier, the indicator at the top of your screen is incorrect. It is eHUG that are up one game. It's match point, so if they win this one, we are done here. Boreal is done with the Summit 3. Boreal rather, what a name. Boreal are looking to make the fight back and try to take it to a game 3. But it is not looking good. 7-23, 14K net worth advantage. Same for XP. They are scratching their heads as far as what the comeback is. Now, a big jump in.
Oh, no.
Hi. Welcome to my sheep stick. Says Infinity. Follows it up with a coil. There's the adaptive. There's the Mystic Flare. It's just...
Couldn't even do it.
That's a slaughter right there.
That's... When you're little... I mean, that's not even trying... I mean, it's kind of trying to be cute, but he's just trying to delay things. It's an unnecessary play, but just one of those things where you're trying to get your max efficiency before you go back to base, and, well, he gives away a free kill.
Oh, that... Did he TP when he did that?
He was trying to do the ball TP in.
Oh, my God.
It was that, like, let's use all my mana to ball lightning a creep wave as I TP, but he got hexed up and canceled.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that's unfortunate there.
So
maybe didn't know he had the sheep stick, so... And he ends up paying with his life and paying with his charges. Now down to 4. I mean, your BKB is complete on the Troll, but as already said, he better be popping that bad boy before he gets an eye on the morph. It's going to be bad.
Okay. Oh, TP canceled.
Okay, someone got hit with an adaptive, so they're going to be there. Yep, he's dead.
It was just a Wisp Illusion that was, like, following him, and A is like, I'm running. This AA Illusion's still following me, though. I could get relocated. I could get Adaptive Strike, and yep, down he goes.
It's just ridiculous. I mean, MJW is being the marksman right now for the rest of his team. It's just like, got him. All right, team, let's take him out. And they have plenty of follow-up with your Mystic Flare, with your Relocate, with Corey's now serious damage. And they are going to make a jump again for Infinity. He gets the shift. Now they turn back. Relocate comes in. 747 is going to go down again. Oh,
and they're going to catch the Spirit Breakout.
Yeah. The Love Tap from your Morph. And a Mystic Flare follow-up.
Nothing going Boreal's way. That was just like they're trying to make it. They're trying to make things happen. Like they got it. They can't just sit back and get out farm mid lane. Meanwhile,
God, this is what I'm talking about. Troll, yeah, nice BKB. Can't get it off quite yet. He gets silenced and hit, but this time, fortunately for him, there's not enough follow-up.
Yeah, he wants to hold on. If he BKBs there, just run away. It's also a win for eHUG just to force out the 10-second BKB. Oh, and by the way, Roche is back. Sniper, what's he going next?
Roche is back, but it's dead.
Yeah. Sniper 6k gold is going to be buying something fairly... I guess he takes the Aegis and won't buy anything that soon, but... I wouldn't mind seeing... Like, even drop your Mask of Madness and get, like, a butterfly or something, but... Cheese is well now up.
Yeah, he handed off the Aquila, it looks like, so now he has that extra life. Hands the Cheese over. Who took it? Crit, maybe? Yeah, Wisp. Loves Cheese. Wouldn't know it, but... This guy's a big fan of the Gouda. We'll head towards the bottom lane, and... Now, with this Aegis in hand, eHUG could look to break high ground.
Yeah, they're making the way. AA picks up an axe, but it doesn't feel like this is going to be... This is going to cut it. He needs to get far away so he can get that bigger AoE on the Ice Blast, and looks like he may be headed towards at least the top lane to get some distance on it. Push not coming right away. Infinity's kind of headed back to base. Has an Aghanim Scepter now to go with this. Oh, boy.
let's just add on top more great synergy for Morph. Imagine pushing and breaking the coil. Oh, God, you can easily, even if they're, it does
kind of stack the coil stun with the adaptive strike stun, I
Yeah.
guess, which are both like 4.25. I think Puck's is also 4.5 or something at level 3 with the Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
But you get that sweet
4.5.
break damage, you know?
Yeah. Or you can just, if they're not running out of it, just use it towards the end and push them out for the break damage.
Very nice. And eHUG will begin their slow siege here on the bottom while Infinity takes care of this top lane. Keeps it pushed back, and we're just seeing if eHUG are going to be able to wind up that big punch and try to knock out Boreal. Boreal, though, we're looking for them to try to pull out one hell of a defense here. I mean, what could we see from Boreal that could allow them to get back into this game? I mean, now you got your Agnum's complete on your AA. It's not a level 3 Ice Blast, but it is long.
Yep. They need Blink Daggers, not just... Okay, so they've got one on the Earthshake. I think Troll needs a Blink Dagger as his next time, so he can follow up, like a... Or he can maybe even is the one to initiate in. You need a Blink on, like, Blink Echo or Puck and have the immediate Blink follow-up of a Troll, because one hero doesn't have the damage output to get a kill, so you need the second Blink to kind of complement the first, and I think that's going to be the one opportunity.
I like this play, though, from Boreal. They smoke, and they look to see if they can get something going from the north
Sniper's not
side.
ideal. He's got the Aegis. They're going all the way around. They need to get back quicker. I don't think they've got time to go all the way around.
Positioning here is pretty good here, and they even get a secondary sniper here with the replicate.
Oh, Puck scouts him out.
Uh-oh. They're up above at the north. There's going to be a coil. It does catch on 2, and they quickly move in. Tiburon's done for. Troll goes down. You can't BKB that. And he is done for. And now they move into the base where the replicate sniper had already been doing work. Now Corey shows up. Good Ice Blast will connect onto him. Not onto crit, though. But yeah, now they start really hitting him where it hurts. These racks slowly crumble down.
That was just nice map awareness from Infinity. Knowing that some kind of a flank play was one of Boreal's best bets to get a good fight. Earthshaker doesn't get a chance to show his Blink Echo Slam off. Troll doesn't even get up his BKB. eHUG just a couple steps ahead of Boreal right now.
Now they look to go towards the mid. Now they see action. They want to go and break into the base here as, well, they try to keep Boreal back. It's just not easy here for Boreal to try to force eHUG away from the base here. Corey still has that Aegis. He can easily siege here from the low ground, but he will have to wait for some of the creeps here. And in a moment notice, Infinity will have Coil back ready to go. Pandago, he's got his Mystic Flare ready. Obviously MJW. Adaptive, Mystic Flare. And the silence. One little last boop there from MJW. It only takes 2 of them to take out the Storm Spirit. And he is out now. 50 seconds, no buyback. 1 charge on his Bloodstone.
That's... Yeah, you've seen better days if you're a Storm with 1 Bloodstone.
Okay, godlike for Corey. They're making the move, but they have already called it, GoDz. This is over. 7-31, eHUG. Stomp Boreal here.
Yeah, seriously. Game 1 was a little closer. You had some okay team fights and kind of good showings at various points from Boreal, but here in Game 2, from start to finish, it was just one-sided affair.
So, well, heart goes out to Boreal. They are very impressive in Phase 1. Do a couple of upsets, take out Monique Beret, the Merlini squad. They take out Pain Gaming. They come into Phase 2. They have the unfortunate matchup of taking on EG, where they do get hit hard. They go down to the lower bracket, and now they have a series like this. It's probably not what they consider their best showing, but, well, they gave it their all. We got to give them props for that, of course.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, they knocked out some big names. They kind of at least showed that they have what it takes to maybe be one of those next upcoming NA teams. Getting through Phase 1, taking out a strong South American team in Pain Gaming, and I don't know, definitely some good stuff from them.
Well, congratulations to eHUG here. They get to move forward, so good for them. Good drafting from Pandago as well. I like the Morphling pickup and counter to the Troll. They anticipated that he was going to be able to have a good time in the off lane. They made it work, and, well, Corey did sniper things. Crit played Wisp again. I mean, it was just a good performance from them overall, and now we get to see them move on forward. They are going to be, and why don't we just go ahead and bring up this fancy frickin' bracket here. Come on, XSplit. There we go. You can see where we are. Not updated to the, to the second, but eHUG will move forward. You can see on the very bottom of that bracket, and they will face whoever is to drop down from Complexity versus Evil Geniuses.
It does a little swap, I think, in round 2. So
they'll
get Leviathan or not today. So you don't verse the same opponent as round 1, because otherwise they could verse Complexity again. So
okay,
they'll get Leviathan or not today,
Leviathan
and then Wheel will verse Complexity, basically.
All right.
Because Complexity unlikely to be a G, but who knows?
So that action is to come. We have America action throughout the week until we find out which teams are going to be making it here to the house. We got 2 spots open for them, and the action has been pretty intense here. So that will wrap things up today for us here at Beyond the Summit and for America. But I'm sure we have a lot more Dota action to come here in the near future. Any sort of...
Very true.
No C, no China, I believe, right? We already finished that up?
There's Starladder C tonight. But
Okay,
We'll have, I
okay.
think, the deciding games tonight to see who's going to Starladder for SEA.
Oh, okay.
I think MVP Phoenix in the grand finals with a winner bracket advantage. But
Awesome.
tomorrow is Europe. We have... One of our Europe teams gets decided tomorrow. We have Aces
Winner
Polar
bracket,
against Secret in a best of 5. So that's going to decide one of our teams attending, and then I think the 2 winner bracket America games tomorrow. So EG Complexity and Leviathans versus Not Today.
Awesome. And then after that, we'll have more America action. So, folks, there is Dota around the clock. Don't worry about that, but we are all done here. I'm KotLGuy. You can show us some support by hitting me up on my Twitter at KotLGuy. And, of course, show some love to GoDz here. Catch him on his Twitter at BTSGods. Hit follow on that channel to support Beyond the Summit. Shout-outs to Gigabyte for being the sponsor. And if you want to see some of the VODs from the earlier matches, don't be afraid to check out the YouTube, the Beyond the Summit Tubeville there. So we're all done, folks. Take care. We'll see you next time.